All right, if only you could see the stuff we're talking about before the cameras roll. This is John Salley. Everyone knows the man. We're happy to have him back in town. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
Now, I know that you've been making the rounds, but people aren't going to be asking you the questions I'm asking you. You got history in this studio.
That's right.
Tell me about the night that you were watching the news and you drove in here because you heard something you didn't agree with.
Right. Well, it was Bill Bonds, right? And they would say something, and I didn't agree. When I got pulled over. Is that the story?
Yeah.
I got arrested because my windows on my car were too dark. Not that I was too dark in the car. And they were saying, and I had to come in right off the top because, you know, I watched Channel 7. This is eyewitness news. This is what was happening. And Bill was my guy. And I walked in and I said, that's not what happened. This guy pulled me over on 9 Mile right after I won the championship. He didn't like that I had a BMW. That's what it was. His father obviously made Cadillac. And they arrested me for having to, and the guy literally took me in. And when I got in, the chief was like, oh, wow, John Salley, let me get an autograph. And I go, no, I'm arrested. And the guy, he said, why'd you arrest him? He said, his windows were too dark.
But what people may not appreciate is, like, you saw this on the news at 11:02, and you're in here at 11:18 saying, wait a minute, that's not how it went.
That's not how it went. I lived right there in North Park Towers, right on 9 Mile, right across from Northland Mall. I got in my car, came straight over. I said, this is what happened. I'm in front of it. See, now I could have just tweeted it or put it on Facebook, and that would have happened. But that's not how it really
Sometimes
goes.
technology doesn't help. All right, the hard-hitting questions continue. I asked my producer, Reggie Hall, who is pictured here in this shot with you and Spike Lee. I'll get a better shot for you. We'll blow it up.
I'm driving Mr. Daisy.
We'll hear that story in a minute. But I'm talking to Reggie about what I should ask you, and he says, you asked Sally why he didn't invite me to his wedding. So why wasn't Reggie there?
Because I didn't do any of the inviting to my wedding. What happened is I married a wonderful woman, Natasha Duff, family owned Byron Flowers, which burned down, and insurance needs to pay them. And when I had 800 people at my wedding, I have 51 first cousins.
And no room for Reggie.
My mom, literally, my wife, in-laws were in the back of the room, and I didn't know, and I wasn't in charge of it. I said, these are the teammates I want you to invite, and that's it. I wanted to get married in Jamaica and come back and have a party at the state and charge everybody $50. You don't have to bring me any of those dishes.
Hey, no love lost, though. Reggie still has that picture on his desk. And what's the story here with you and Spike Lee in the car and Reggie in the back seat?
Well, Reggie's not going to tell you this whole story, but I had a show that came on in between everything else. Like if we had a game in between, I had a show on a different network. Station here in town. I'm not going to say it, Channel 2. And that was Inside Stuff. And Spike couldn't drive, and I was in the classic cars. And so in order to interview Spike, I got the cars, and that's how we did the piece. That's how we got going.
Sweet. Well, get me up to speed with what people should know about next week, because you're going to be around.
Right.
It's going to be a fun week for Piston fans. Everyone's excited to see the worm.
Well, one thing they're going to know is on 27th, I'm at Novi. I got to always mention that, Veg, Michigan. I don't know when this is going to air, but they're doing an X Factor game tomorrow, and so $40. You can get an upper seat in the upper bowl of the Palace for $40. Get you in Saturday's game tomorrow, and next week when Dennis is here, 2 T-shirts. If you pay $85, you get autographs. You get in the lower bowl, and you get to look at the worm cry and really be happy that he's being recognized. I don't know if he's coming in with a cowboy hat and glasses.
That's why we show up.
That's what we show up, because we will be entertained by the greatest. I love Dennis Rodman. I love the Pistons. Everyone knows that. And we'll see how it works out.
Think about all the different teams that you played on. When you got here in '86 and saw the collection of talent, I mean, what an unbelievable era of NBA basketball.
Right.
Will it ever be like that again? You against the Celtics, and then you against the Bulls, and these just classic teams going against each other.
No, it's going to totally change. It's never going to be the same way it was. Too many rules. If you know anything about Piston basketball, we made most of these rules. You can't even.
No layups.
You can't even look at a guy anymore. You get a foul for looking at it. That's right. No layups. You inside the blue, you're going to come out black and blue.
Played with so many talented guys because you were on that '96 Bulls team.
Yeah.
People may forget you got another ring with the 2000 Lakers. So let me put you on the spot. Give me an all-time starting 5 of just the guys you played with.
All-time starting 5? Dennis Rodman, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Thomas, and Joe Dumars.
Would they beat the '96 Bulls?
Let me see. Michael Jordan be playing power forward. Dennis would be playing center. we destroyed the '96 Bulls.
You had a charmed life. I mean, when you think about all the different things you've done, now you're doing something on reels where you're getting into entertainment and movies.
Yeah.
You're a Renaissance man, as they say. Where did that come from, a guy from Brooklyn?
What it is I'm from Brooklyn. That's how you get it. It's called Charlie Hustle. I didn't want, and I wasn't designed, as my brothers would say. We weren't designed to be put into a box. And so I was a professional athlete then. Then I was going to retire and go on into what my real life and be in television. I always wanted to be in television, even to the point where I rented out a studio in downtown and had my own late-night talk show, where I brought Spike Lee in, and we had Branford Marcellus as my musical director. You know, I've put it in that place. I forecasted it, and I manifested it to happen. Now I'm on Reel's channel, which is the channel that has the Kennedys, and it airs my show, Game On with John Salley, airs on April 10th at 10 p.m. Still in prime time, right after the Kennedys, a great lead-in. And I just interview celebrities about movies.
That's so cool.
Easy
I wish
life.
you great success with that. And I know that everyone here appreciates what they had with the Pistons, where there were so many different characters. And the other teams had Hall of Famers almost coming out of college. This team was a bunch of guys who got together, minus Isaiah, who came in with the pedigree, and really put it together and made it work. And that's what made these fans love that Pistons
That's right,
squad.
that blue-collar mentality, that Detroit mentality. I still love this place. I still go around. When we landed yesterday, my wife said, welcome home. I'm from Brooklyn, but this is my home.
Sweet. Great to see you. Thanks a lot, John. Success with everything.
You.
Be good. That's John Salley. You know, I don't need to tell you who he is. He'll be here in town for the next 10 days, capping off next Friday, the 1st, when the Worms #10 goes up to the rafters at the Palace of Auburn Hills.